Hey everyone, welcome back to Dev Parkour. I'm Brian Parks, and in today's video I want to talk about what language should you use in 2021. Well, that really depends on what you're trying to do with it. So let's start with the front end. So my answer for that is HTML. But when you're using HTML, you'll also want to use CSS. And then if you want to do anything more complex with your site, you'll want to use JavaScript. And that probably comes with your favorite front-end framework, which I'll actually do another video on probably toward the end of this week. Now, switching gears to mobile, if you want the native options, you're looking at Swift or Kotlin. Or if you want to go the cross-platform route, you have a few different options. You can either do C#, you can do JavaScript, or a relative newcomer to the scene, you can use Dart with a technology called Flutter. Now on desktop, you also have a few different options. One of my favorites is C#, but of course that's Windows only. .NET Core is cross-platform, but the UI pieces are Windows only. On the Mac, of course, you have Swift. And then if you want to do cross-platform, my recommendation would be for C++. Of course, then you do have to manage your own memory, so it's a bit of a pain. If you'd rather use web technologies, of course, there's Electron. But that's not really another language. That's you're building a web page and then wrapping it in a technology. On the back end, if you're doing web applications on the back end, that's where you really have a lot of choice. So, of course, my favorite is C#. But then another popular option is Ruby on Rails. You could also use Python or JavaScript, especially if you wanted to do JavaScript all over the place. And the final one on my list is Go. Go is one that I've been looking into, and it's kind of interesting, but you might be wondering what my choices are for all of these options are. So I would say C# is my go-to language still, even though my main language at work is JavaScript, or technically TypeScript. For side projects, C# is still my go-to language. So I'd say for desktop, especially if I'm doing Windows only, C#. If I'm doing web backend, C#. If I'm doing front end, typically React these days. It was Vue for a while, but now it's React, so JavaScript obviously. And then for mobile, it depends. It really depends on what I'm looking for. I haven't really done much Swift, and I haven't done any Kotlin. But if I were going to do a mobile project, it would probably either be a decision between Xamarin or React Native. React Native probably is where I'm leaning, just because it seems like it would be easy to write a web app as a React spa built on top of a C# backend, and then build the mobile app in React Native, and basically the front ends are identical and both talking to the same C# API. So, quick video here. Those are my thoughts. Leave a comment down below if I missed your favorite language, or if you have other thoughts. And be sure to leave comments and questions below that I can use for future topics for videos next week or the week after on this channel. Be sure to like the video if you found what I said helpful, and subscribe and click that notification bell so you'll know when I release the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.